Hi, it's Snorgle. Welcome back to another 4th anniversary special game. So this is a game where I am hanging out with pigs, at least at the moment. I'm in peaceful Minecraft. I'm exploring, and I'm going through and just doing a little chat about every single game that I've played on my channel in the 4 years I've been doing. It's 173 games. So let's see. I think it's, I don't know which way. I think I'm supposed to head that way. So let's try that. I think I had to sort of come here to do a little bit of, wait, I want to try something. Isn't it supposed to say where we are or something? Like there's supposed to be an arrow on it or something? I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, well, we'll just go. So, let's talk about the next game that we were going to play, and that's a game called an FMV game called The Complex. It's a really interesting game. I think it was by Wales Interactive. I think look at that silly tree just hanging out in the middle of nowhere. That seems unlikely. Seems unlikely. And it was an FMV game. If you don't know, is kind of a really old school game. Hello, hi. Back when video was not in games at all, and so it means full motion video. Oh, I'm going to go over here and get some of this stuff because I want this. Which is such a funny now term, sounds like an old-fashioned funny thing to do, doesn't it? Okay. Come here. Get some of this. Yep. Okay. Oh wait, is that me in the bottom right? I don't know. Maybe I'm off the map. Oh, maybe I'm off the map. I may have been here before. Have I been here? I've seen these things before, but they all start to look the same, you know? Let's see. We'll check this one out. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Come on, get up. Stop. Okay. Mind those things because they hurt. I have been here. Okay. So I need to head the other direction. Good to know. Good to know. So anyway, the idea of the complex is it's like an interactive movie. A full motion video is FMV is like an interactive movie. It's very cool. It's pretty neat. And so in this case, there was a large company who had created this technology that essentially were robots, tiny little nano robots that would correct anything that was wrong inside of your body. And the idea was it was to facilitate interstellar space travel. So initially travel to Mars, do some other things, but that's the idea. Is these little robots would stay in there and do this, and something happened. They got out, and they infected someone. And so we're a bigwig scientist, and we have to come in and try to save the day. And of course, as you can imagine, the plot thickens. So that was the complex. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I'm actually going to play a few other FMV games because I found it pretty fun and enjoyable. I picked up a couple on the last Steam sale. Where was the thing? Was it around here? There it is. I picked up a couple on the last Steam sale, and I'm definitely going to play some more. Okay. Definitely going to play some more. Keep going. After the complex was a really interesting game called Death and Taxes. And it was a very cool game. You're essentially, you go to work for this corporation in the afterlife. What was that? What scorp was that? That's a big fish. You go to work for this corporation in the afterlife. You're doing this sort of desk job. And you're the Grim Reaper working in an office environment. And it's up to you to sort of go through and try to see who lives and who dies in society. It's an interesting game. There's multiple endings. It's a really interesting game. It's a good puzzle game. Another one of those games where, boy howdy, do your choices matter. Like a lot. I feel like I've been here before. We'll sleep here. We have enough room to sleep over here, so we'll do that. It's getting to be late. Yeah, I'll go here. Yeah, Death and Tax is a super fun game. Pick it up. Highly recommend it. Not a very long game, but it's extremely entertaining. Too bad my kitty from my other Minecraft series, my first time playing Minecraft, too bad my kitty isn't here, Guppy. We watch the sunsets together every evening. That's okay. Guppy's not in this world, sadly. He's waiting for me in the other world. That's not a euphemism. He genuinely is. He genuinely is waiting for me in my other world. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We want to head towards the sun. The sun went down that way, so we need to go this way. Okay. See which direction the sun. Maybe I think we need to go this way. Let's go over here. We'll climb up this mountain. So after death and taxes, a very, very kind friend of mine gave me a game called Fields of Mystria, and it's a Stardew Valley clone. It's in early access, and I played that quite a bit. I played it on the weekends, some live streams. It's a really fun game. It's really interesting. It's a little bit. It was early access, so I kind of put that off a little bit. I haven't finished it, but I kind of put it off just a little bit because I kind of got caught up to where they were from early access, and I'm just going to wait a little bit. Yeah, go this way. Okay. Look at that over there. That's neat. So I just kind of wanted to wait a little bit until some of the plot and some of the game and stuff got caught up a little more. So that's why I've stopped on that. I'm going to continue on that, but that's why I stopped on that one. Then another Rusty Lake game, and this one is Rusty Lake Hotel. And this is one of the full games, the paid-for, non-free games. And again, it's just so bizarre. It's the whole Rusty Lake thing is just so deeply weird. Hello, hi. The mountain cow. Rusty Lake Hotel was very enjoyable. As much as all the Rusty Lake games are actually quite enjoyable. After Rusty Lake Hotel was a game called Scabma Snowfall. And I want to talk a little bit about this game because it's got a distinction on my channel, and I want to talk a little bit about it. So this was done by a tiny... What's this? What is this? What are those? Can I eat those? Sweet berries. I mean, I don't think I need to eat, but let's try it. No, I just planted them. Okay. Good to know you can plant them, though. Okay, so Scabma Snowfall was a game about the indigenous people of like northern Finland and Sweden. It's based on their culture. And something happens. Look at that. What a majestic thing. Hi. Ouch. That hurt. Hi. Ouch. I know. Hello. Excuse me. I'd be a little more concerned if this wasn't... What is that? What an odd-looking bird. Huh. Okay, are we headed the right direction? I don't know anymore. Let's see. Let's go up here and see if we can find it. The sun's up there, so I think we're supposed to be headed this way. I think we're doing okay. I want to check out that island. Let's head over. First, we got to get some of this stuff. So, Scabma, so you're part of this indigenous people, and you need to find out what's happening with this problem. That I'm not going to get too much into it, but there's this sort of environmental issue that happens, and it seems like it may be a little bit supernatural, as can be with some indigenous people's beliefs. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying. I'm going to be careful with that. That looks dangerous, so I would be super careful if I were you. And the problem is it was done by a tiny little Finnish development studio. I think it was 2 people, frankly, and it was a fun game. The issue I had with it was, and this is, and I'm saying in my own defense, I absolutely have a very difficult time with directions in games. I'm terrible. I'm completely terrible about that. But this goes beyond that. I say in my own defense, honestly. They purposely made it so that you didn't have like a map, and every level was open, so you could go anywhere you want to. And they weren't huge levels; they were big enough. And every single level, you were just supposed to use really subtle hints and clues from like the forests you're in and stuff, because that's exactly how these people, these indigenous people went along, but they also had skills to do that, and we didn't have the skills to do that. So they kind of tried to fix it. I think because it was a huge issue with reviews of people on Steam. They were like, I have no idea where I'm going. I literally spent 3/4 of my time just trying to find out where I'm supposed to be, who I'm supposed to talk to. And I 100% thought that was absolutely the case for me. 100%. It was frustrating. So I didn't finish that game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was unlike one of the other games I didn't finish, which was Story of My Uncle. That was just not a fun game. The plot wasn't very good, and the oh, what are you doing there? Having a little conference? Little salmon conference. Story about Michael, the plot wasn't very good, and it just wasn't a very good game. And this I enjoyed it. It's just that aspect of it was deeply frustrating, and the developers tried to fix it by kind of giving you this magic compass. And it helped, but it didn't help enough. It was baked into the game so much. It was kind of a mistake from a game design standpoint. And I found that like I was playing, like I would play for like, so typically I would say like maybe around 25% in general. Depends on the game, but around 25%, maybe 30% of, is this ice? It is. Huh. We're in an ice biome. Oh, and you slide. That's cool. Neat. Hold on. Come here. Did I get it? Yes. Okay. I guess we're in an ice biome now. Neat. I haven't seen one of these before, so that's very cool. I'm very excited about this. Hopefully don't fall through and die. Where should we go? Where's the sun? The sun's there, so we need to go this way. Yeah, and I felt bad about it, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm not having fun. It's taking way too much of my time. I would play an hour and a half and get a half an hour video. That's how different it was from most of my other games that I play. And so I gave it up. And it's, there's only one other game I played. I think I mentioned this before that I didn't finish. And that was primarily because it wasn't engaging. It was a fun game called Eastshade. It was a really fun game, but it was just not engaging at all. Just from a watching it standpoint. And I did everything I could with editing, and it just didn't work. So I that one didn't even go on my channel. That just ended up never being aired. So after Scott Snowfall, and honestly, I enjoyed the game. I felt bad about it, but I came to a decision that, I'm not going to play games that I'm not enjoying, because that doesn't make any sense. And just to finish them, I feel strongly about finishing games on my channel. I feel very strongly about that. But at the same time, I don't want to be a prisoner to that. And if I'm not having a good time, then I'm not having a good time, and that stinks and is no fun at all. Nobody's having a good time. What is that? Little baby wolf? That's so cute. So I just, I think hard about when I'm not going to finish a game, because I feel like I really want to finish it and make that important. But at the same time, if I'm doing something like that, it's eating up all my time to work on this, and I don't feel like the output is very good, I'm just going to stop. And it doesn't happen very often. It's only happened 3 times. But out of 173, which is pretty good, it's a pretty good run. So after Scott Snowfall was Cube Escape Birthday. This was back to the short, free to play games in the Cube Escape series. Look at that! There's snow on top of the tree. Hold on. Can I get over there? No. Okay. I have no idea where I'm going. Wait, I need to use this. Oh my! Everything's about to run out too. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we make little snowy snow sounds, little snow footstep sounds. That's nice. Wow, we're in snow biome now. Bunny? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to bug you. Wow, I've never seen a snow biome before. That's cool. Let's explore. What's that over there? So, are there any things that are unique to snow biomes? I don't know. Cubescape Birthday, very strange game. And again, it was another one of those games where you have to turn back time because there's an event that happens, and then you have to go back and turn back time and kind of prevent that from happening. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting game. Oh, yeah, here. We'll just sleep on the ice. Why not? Couldn't be more safe, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. Come here, buddy. Come here, you. Where is it? What's over here? Okay, good. I was going that way, but I'm going to go this way. Why not? Okay. This is interesting. So Cubescape Birthday, again, another great one in the Cubescape series. And after that one was a game that did actually not do very well, and I'm a little surprised because it was a little bit of an older game, but it was a popular game that was called Simulacra. And essentially, you as the user, you find this phone, this mobile phone, and you have to go through it and try to figure out what happened. And the story becomes more and more fantastical and more interesting as you talk to the people's contacts in the phone and realize maybe some shenanigans are happening, then maybe there's some supernatural. It was a really interesting game, and for some reason, it just did not get the views. I don't know why, because it was a relatively popular game. Where are we, like, as far as this goes? I don't even see my thing anymore. Does that mean I'm just completely off the map? Oh, wait, no, that's so weird. Huh. Well, maybe we should go a different direction. Which direction are we headed? Hey, polar bear. Hello. Don't kill me. I mean, I don't think you can, but... Wait. Thumbnail? Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going the exact opposite way that the needle's pointing. And I don't want to go to like the end of, the end of Earth or whatever, the end of Minecraft Earth. But let's go around this a little bit. Yes, the Simulacra surprised me a little bit. So after Simulacra, I played a game that I really enjoyed called Fall of Porcupine. And essentially, you are a bird, you're a pigeon, and you've just completed medical school. So you're a pigeon doctor. That is a doctor who's an anthropomorphic pigeon who works on other creatures. None of the characters in Fall of Porcupine were human. They were all other animals, anthropomorphized animals. And you're from the big city, and you get your first job as an intern, first job as a doctor in this hospital in this small town. And it's a really touching comment on the healthcare system and how overworked a lot of healthcare workers are. And it's a really, really, really good game with a lot of fantastic puzzles. It's the whole thing is just a delight to play. I liked that more than I thought I would. Like, legitimately. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. What's over there? What is that? See that? That black thing. I don't know. We'll go another direction at some point. I just don't know where I am, and the map's not helping. I thought the map was supposed to, I'm probably using it wrong, frankly. I thought there was a little thing on it that's supposed to show me like where I am. Guess not. Again, I'm probably using it wrong. Of course, maybe the map is only one part of the map. Maybe it's only a small portion of the map. That could be. And I've gone off the map, which could be. Totally, Nope. Go around. Yeah, Fall of Porcupine was a really good game, really interesting. Another one of those games where if you go out of your way to look around, some really delightful, surprising things happened. It was just a delight to play. Absolutely marvelous to play. I loved it. I'm curious, if I was not in peaceful mode, would the polar bears come after me? Let's see, where are we going here? So let me think now. Okay, so that's where we came from. This is the direction we were headed. I think we should head this way. That way? Yes, let's go this way. Maybe we'll get back on the map. Maybe not. I think I got a cartographer's table too, so we might be able to. I don't think I want a snow palace, but what the scorp? Hear that? Rumble, rumble. The heck? So After Fall of Porcupine was a very short game called A Walk with Yaya, and was written by a man of Greek descent who was talking about it's a sort of tribute to his grandmother. And in the game, there's a young man and his grandmother falls and I think injures herself, maybe a hip injury, I'm not sure. And hi. No? Maybe you're the thumbnail? It's not bad. Not bad. Pretty good thumbnail. Not gonna lie. I wonder if there's zip gribblers around here. Okay, thank you. I'll go down. Okay. So, and it was a really touching, very short game, but there's a few puzzles, and basically, this young man convinces he's going to make sure, his mother is going out, and he's graduated from college and is living away from home, and spends the weekend with his grandma, and he convinces her. She's very afraid to do anything. She's genuinely afraid because she hurt herself, and so he convinces her that it's okay, and maybe that they can go at her pace. And they can go outside and just take a walk around the block. And that's what it is. It's a very sweet game. It's absolutely delightful. It's marvelous. Highly recommended. It's just, it's got a really touching ending. It's really nice. Very nice. Okay, well, let's see. As we go up here. Are there caves in these biomes? I assume there are. Uh-oh. I'm going to fall through. Oh, no, that was nothing. That was fine. Okay, let's keep going the same direction. Headed this way. Man, we're in Polar Bear Central though. Jeez. So what's the purpose here in these particular biomes like this? What's the purpose of this? Are there really specific things you can get? Like different types of caves or different types of things? Please let me know. So After A Walk with Yaya was the DLC for A Little to the Left Cupboards and Drawers. And, one of the things I talked a little bit a little to the left. I want to talk a little bit more. One of the things that I didn't like about the second half of the original game of Little to the Left was it kind of did these puzzles where you just were presented, say, a bunch of leaves. And maybe there were 4 leaves of this other and 3 of another, whatever. And all you had to do was arrange them any way you wanted to. But they just had to be symmetrical. Left and right symmetrical. And I didn't care for those at all. I think a lot of people probably didn't because people just said this is not very good. And they really leaned into what I think people liked a lot about A Little to the Left originally. Hi, hello. I see a non-snowy thing over there, so let's kind of head that direction a little bit. Wait, are we on the map yet? No, that's fine. Okay. And so in this one, they just leaned into hard. One of the parts of the puzzle that was absolutely my favorite was the cupboards and drawers. Like just arranging these cupboards and drawers in specific ways with these really unique, almost custom made like drawer organizers. Really nice. Like just that was I really, really hope that the developers come up with another DLC because that was so great. So after What Comes After after a little to the left, cupboards and drawers DLC, because it was a game called What Comes After. And essentially, you are leaving work, you fall asleep on the subway, and you end up being the only living being on a train that's going to the afterlife. It's really interesting. It's absolutely fascinating. It's you talk to a bunch of animals and a bunch of people, and talk to them about what their life was, and it's a really, really interesting game, and an interesting sort of look at death and what happens, and it's really nice. It's not bleak at all. It's because a lot of times when you see games about death, it seems like it could be pretty bleak, but this is not. It's really thoughtful and interesting. And hey, Iron. Heck yeah, I'm not proud. Just you, but that's fine. Hello. Don't mind me. Just coming through. Okay, we have to go. Oh, man. Can I go up here? Jump. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Maybe we can put our bed up here. Yeah, and hit the old hay. Yeah, so what comes after? Just a really, really satisfying, interesting game. A fantastic story. A really, really great story. Oh, there's more. Doggone it. Man, boy said we didn't see much. Look down there, huh? There's some light coming from there. Seems like shenanigans. So, let's see. Well, why not? Why not? I'm curious. Oh, holy crap. This seems like a terrible idea. This is great. Let's do it. Wow. Oh, wow. Oops. Why didn't I do this before? Oh, it's so hard to control. This is so much fun. Okay, there's some sand. Come on. Can I not get it without a tool? Guess not. Okay. We'll head up over this way, I guess. So, what comes after? I played a game called Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe, another FMV game. And essentially, they were two people who are running a sort of, it almost seems like a pirate radio station. It doesn't seem like a proper radio station because it's taking place in somebody's house. And they kind of mentioned that they're, maybe a little bit self-funded, but there's just these kind of really, it starts off weird and gets these crazy stories and events that happens to them, and with this kind of supernatural things and ghosts, and it's an interesting thing. And apparently these were two very popular characters, but side characters in another FMV game by the same studio. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. What is that? What is that? Is that fox? Ouch! 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 Gotta watch those berries, man. Those hurt, sting. Okay. There we are. We're out of the cold. That was neat. I'm gonna die. How do we get down? Okay. This is gonna be tricky. Okay, that's not the way. Maybe over here. Make it way over here. So, yeah, it's an interesting game. I think that the characters Poe and Monroe are not particularly sympathetic characters. They're kind of not. Both of them are kind of not very nice people, just objectively. But it was an interesting game. It was fun. I enjoyed it very much. And again, I think that's another game where consequences have actions. And a lot of the FMV games are that way, that if you pick a particular path, it really can radically change. What the scrap? Oh, it's another one of these things. Okay. Be careful. What's that? Is that a fire? Why is there a fire? Why is there a fire? What's in here? Sure. Sure, I'll take a golden axe. Yeah, take flint. Why not? Take this. Lightweighted pressure plate? I don't think I need that, but whatever. I'll take it. I'll take this too. I may keep this world going for a little bit, you know? Okay, let's see. Yeah, they weren't very sympathetic characters, but it was a good game. It was a fun game. I enjoyed that very much. I enjoyed that game very much. Good actors, good writing. Like I said, they just weren't they weren't very nice characters. And I think that obviously they were supposed to not be very nice. I don't think that was by accident. Yeah. So after Dark Knight with Paul Monroe, I played a game called Mizzy. No! And essentially, it's a kitty who keeps knocking breakable stuff up the shelves, and then you have to reassemble them. It's a straightforward puzzle game. There's no plot whatsoever outside of a kitty causing havoc. It's super fun. If you want a really good puzzle game, pick this up. Highly recommended. Hello. I mean you no harm. Hey, look, a bunch of mushrooms. Maybe we'll go there. Just kind of checking stuff out. Okay, cold water, probably. Since we're right on the edge of... Yeah, gotta be careful, or I'm gonna fall in. I'm gonna do this. I don't... Can we go around over here? Is there a way to pass? There is. There is. Yeah, but you know, super fun game. Essentially, you just have these increasingly more difficult vases and jars and bowls to put together, to re-put together after your naughty kitty keeps knocking them off the shelves. Super fun game, really lighthearted. I would think that it would make a great mobile game. I don't know if it is a mobile game, but you should check it out. If it is, check it out and pick it up because it's super fun and I think that you'd like it. If you like very casual puzzle games, which I do. Let's see. I think I'm still not on the map. No, not. Well, that's unfortunate. Which way should we head? Should we head over to Mushroom Land? Let's try it. Why not? Okay. And nothing but big wide open ocean, so I wonder if we're not at the edge of the map at some point. Could be. Because I don't even see anything even spawning into the background, you know? Which typically we see some of. Yeah, these giant mushroom things are always kind of weird. I'm not quite sure what to make of them. So after Mizzy No, I played a game, again, another game that I wanted to play for a long time called Dordogne. That was, of course, after the region in France. And it's done by a small Paris studio. And essentially, you go to your grandmother had just died. And you don't remember anything about her. But apparently, you spent a summer there. And you have no recollection of spending the summer there at all. Very curious. It's very, very curious. What the scorp is that? Is that a cow? A mushroom cow? Wait. Okay. Jeez. You have to be a pushy, man. What the heck? There's mushroom cows? Huh. I know. I'm invading your personal space. I apologize. Huh. So you go and your grandma has left you a bunch of clues and interesting things. You had apparently spent the summer there when you were a young child, very young girl, maybe middle school. And as you get to know as you sort of go back and forth between these memories that are triggered that happened and so is this like here? Is this unique? It is not. Okay. Or maybe it is, but it's not when. Ooh, gosh. Okay, we'll try to go down here. I know, I apologize. I'm sorry. Let's head over to this other mushroom island. Why not? Since we're in Mushroomville. Okay. And plunge in. Sweet. So the story that takes a really hard turn. I think that there's some. I kind of miss this because I don't understand a lot of the social commentary that might be happening in France now. But I think that there was some. I think there was some comments, some social commentary. I'm pretty sure on. I'm not going to speculate, but I think there probably was some social commentary. It seemed like there was. Okay. Are those the kind of plants I want? They are. Look at that one single block just levitating. Let's go look at it. Get this first. Yeah. The sun's going down. But that's okay. We're not bound by that. It's not the boss of us yet. Okay. Let's see. We'll go here. Yeah, we'll just climb up here and find a nice place to camp out for the night. Yeah, they have cows here too. Huh. Let's see. Nope. Stop that. Sleep. Okay, sleeping through the night. Around our mushroom cows. Let me know what those are. Are they rare? And this is just one thing that's just hanging out up there. Not doing anything, just spawned in this weird place. Okay, well. I guess we'll head this way. Let me think. If we were heading that way. Go this way. Why not? Let me look around here and see if we can see where there's. No, let's head this way because that way isn't anything. There's nothing spawning over there. And there is some stuff spawning over here. I feel like I'm at the very, very edge of the map. You know? What is that? What is that? Is that man-made? Looks like it, doesn't it? Should we look at it? Why not? Go look at it. Go see. What is that? I don't know what that is. I feel like I'd be in big trouble here if this weren't peaceful. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff down there. Huh. Let's see. Where do we want to go? I mean, going that way is going to objectively take us the wrong way. So maybe we head back. I don't think we're in an absolute straight line, so maybe at some point we'll get back on the map. Yeah, I think we're probably nearest to the edge of the map because nothing is spawning in the distance, and that is a little ominous. It's a little ominous, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Okay, after Dodonia, another straightforward puzzle game called Kittens and Yarn. And so essentially there is an increasing number of kittens. Each one has a specific color of yarn. And you have these hex things that have yarn going through them. And you have to find the right order that they all go in so that each kitten makes a complete, more complicated sort of twisted thing of yarn. It's really fun. It's a super fun game. Let's see. I think we were by here before, I think. Look at that down there. There's so much stuff that looks like it's... Oh, that's one of those things. I'm going to go down there, but I feel like I drown and I don't feel like it, so... I got a bunch of stuff on me. I don't want to lose it. We'll go over here and get some of this stuff, though. Stocking up. I'm not sure in reality how much sugarcane is able to grow in these waters. I don't think much because I think it's way too cold. But again, I'm not a sugarcaneologist. What do I know? Not a darn thing. That's not true. There's a couple things I know. I make a really solid pizza, like every single Saturday at Pizza at Old Snorgle's house. I've been working on it for quite some time. When we travel full-time, when we were traveling full-time, we were staying in Florida, and at the time, was it Florida? Might have been Florida. Might have been the Midwest somewhere. Anyway, we were staying somewhere. Everything all kind of blends together after a while. We were staying somewhere, and they had this pizza, this mythical pizza I'd only heard of because it's not available everywhere. It's only available in a few places, called Pep's Draft House. And apparently it was by the same person who created Tombstone Pizza and sold it to Kellogg or PepsiCo or whoever bought the Tombstone Pizza back in the day. And boy, howdy, was this, everybody who talks about this is the best frozen pizza you're going to have, boy, are they right. It was an absolute rock solid frozen pizza. It was good. Like legit. I enjoyed it very much. Let's see. We've been here before? Maybe? There. This doesn't look like I've been here before. Nah. What is that? See that? What's that? What's more? Another fire. Wait, is this that same fire from before? Oh dear. It is. Wait, is it? Hold on, let's stop. Be stupid because I want to kill myself, but let's see if this is the thing I took stuff from. Yeah, it is. I took everything out of this. Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, big fire here. That's kind of sucks. But, not my problem. I will not be building a house around here, though, let me tell you. Boop, boop. Mm-hmm. Boop. Yep. Okay. After Kittens and Yarn, delightful puzzler, was a game called Hello Good Boy. And essentially, you are a young man, and you find yourself in the afterlife, and your guide in the afterlife is a dog. And they say, this is not who I am, but I can't explain to you why I'm a dog. I don't know myself. It's an interesting concept, and so you have to go through. This is a game where you have to play it more than once because you're only allowed a certain number of what's it called picks, and you have to pick 2 seasons, and then during that you're encouraged. You can play it either way you want to, but you're encouraged to help creatures and people out that you meet along the way. And you go through these stories, and you hear these really different, interesting stories. It's really interesting. It's a really interesting concept. Okay. And then we will go a little further. Pack it up. Why not? So, again, you have to play it twice to get the real ending. you kind of end up finding out a couple of things about yourself and what happened. You get it's never clearly spelled out, but you get these flashes of what happened, and it's upsetting. Something tragic happened to you as a young child. It's wow. Huh. Look at that lake. That's incredible. That's neat. Okay. I'm really enjoying myself just exploring these worlds. This is really cool. I like this a lot. Like I said, I may keep this world going. And just chill out in it. You know, every once in a while we can just hang out. And I would like to find a place where I can build something, because I want to build something big and interesting. And I've been looking at some building projects people have, and it's really cool. Like, it's really, people do some really neat stuff. Wait, where's my boat? Here it is. Put this here. Why not? Oops. Boop. Boop. Okay. Have we seen that one before? I'm not sure we have. I don't know. I wish I knew which way I was headed. I mean, I kind of do. Sort of. Okay, this is a swamp. We went to a swamp before, but I don't think it was this close. I could be wrong. I absolutely could be wrong about that. Don't know. Hello? I'm just going to take some sugarcane. Hope you don't mind. Looks like maybe they mind a little bit. Oh well. Not making friends with the cows. It's a shame. It's a shame, really. Okay. Let's go check out this place over here. Like this huge thing. I'm not sure I've seen that before. Let's go have a look at it. If we're more skilled, I could... If we're more skilled, I could, of course, swim with that thing. I'm not. So I have absolutely no delusions about my game skill here. Yeah, it's coming down a little bit. So yeah, Hello Good Boy. Again, a very sort of really interesting, thoughtful kind of perspective on life and the afterlife, and it's just a really interesting game. It's a very fascinating, interesting game. Sun going down. Yeah, that's curious. I don't think we've seen that before. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think we have. No. Oh, it's looking nice, though. Looking very nice. Sun's starting to set. Sky's getting all purple. Has to get more purple than orange. A little bit orange now. Has to get more purple before we can go to bed. A little early still. A little early. There we go. There we go. Sleeping through the night. Okay, we're up. Get our bed. Let's go look at this thing. Let's check it out. We have no place to go. No place to be. We're just exploring this world, this peaceful, peaceful world. Seems like there'd be lots of gribblers in here. How dark it is. My goodness. I'm hearing something weird. Hear that? A scraping. What that is? Don't know what that is. Again, nothing that can hurt us, because very few things can. I think that apparently I read something that llamas can, which is an interesting choice. Let's see. We're back in where it's cold. I don't like it. Let's get out of things. See where we're going. Sure, we'll head this way. Why not? This looks like it's going to be a little bit more hospitable. A little more hospitable indeed. Okay, this is where we came from. Moving around the other side here. Let's see what we can find. See what we can find. So after Hello Good Boy was a game called Mail Time. You are a young girl. You just passed the mail exam for... It looks like you're sort of a miniature animal, you know? And all the other animals are miniatures as well, and so you have to deliver mail as an apprentice to these miniature animals. And the original thing you're supposed to do is, what you're actually supposed to do is you're supposed to find like Greg or Jeff or something. That's your main goal, but you have to ask people, you know, how do you know where Greg is? You know where Jeff is? And they're like, oh, I haven't seen him in ages or whatever. And you just have to kind of try to figure out where he is so you can deliver that to them. But other people, of course, have mail they want to deliver too. So you end up delivering a bunch of other mail so you can try to do this one thing. It's really interesting. It's very interesting. It's an interesting game. Now here's some planes. These are kind of nice. These aren't bad. Do I have? Yes, I have some stuff on me. I get some something. This is definitely. I have not seen this biome before at all. You're still completely off the map. I'm not seeing me anywhere. I think what I'm supposed to be is like a little white thing. I could be using this wrong too, though. So this is not bad though. Nice plains. A few trees. Potential. Definitely potential. Hello. I'm just passing through. I really haven't seen many villages here, like at all. It's interesting with the difference between my regular Minecraft map and this one. It's very interesting. It's fascinating. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. Jump. Okay. Not quite sure. Wow, lots of sand here though. We can make... Hey, turtles. Neat. I like turtles. Okay, so there's some pumpkins up here, which we don't mind. Let's go up on the top of here and see what's up here. Let's head up, see what's up here. Why not? See what we can do. See what we can do. See what we can see. Check it out. So now we're currently up to about December of last year. So we're getting much closer in time here. So after Mail Time was a game called Milo and the Christmas Gift. And this was a free-to-play game. And as you recall, I played Milo and the Magpies. And this was a game by the same artist, and he produced a Christmas game, which is delightful. It's a lovely game. It's super fun. Very casual, short game, but it's just an enormous amount of fun. Essentially, there is a Milo. It's the Milo's owner, a small girl, gets a bunny rabbit. Milo does not like the bunny rabbit, and the bunny rabbit runs away, and then Milo feels very bad and guilty about it, and then has to try to save the day. That's the essential of it. What's that? Looks like a structure. I guess it's not, but it looks like it. See that? That's so uniform. Huh. Get this? Book. Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. So after Milo and a Christmas Gift, I decided to start replaying Stardew Valley, and I would do some live streams. I mainly did live streams. I think I played one or two Stardew Valleys where it wasn't a live stream, but I hadn't played Stardew Valley since it first came out, and I just thought I'd play it again because I was having such a fun time playing Fields of Mistria, and I thought, well, let's play some of the OG, cozy farm simulator. let's play Stardew Valley, and it's delightful. I kind of stopped a little bit. I'll get back to it. I will definitely get back to it. But at the moment, what's that? What is that? Is that? I can't tell what that is. Is that another ship? Let's go see. We'll turn back around, definitely, but I just want to see what it is. Can't tell. See that right there where my thing's pointing? Like I said, we'll come back. No big deal. NBD. It definitely doesn't look natural. What is that? I guess it is. That's so weird. Yeah, that's so weird. It didn't look natural at all. Okay, that's fine. Headed back. Let's see. Where did we leave? Oh, Stardew Valley. Yeah, it's a great game. Super fun. I remembered almost nothing, and it was great. I loved getting back into it. Super fun. I'll get back to it again sometime. After Stardew Valley was a game called The Lion Song. And The Lion Song was a really interesting thing. I think there were 5 chapters, each one examining a different artist, scientist, mathematician in Vienna, Austria, pre-World War I. Because apparently there was quite a huge explosion in artistic and mathematics and science there. And, ooh, hold on, what's that? Oh, that's interesting. Big scary cave. It was just a fascinating almost treatise on that. Really interesting, like super interesting. I felt like the studio, well, on the musician part, there was one thing there was a composer / musician, and I felt like part of it they should have probably contacted a professional just to understand how the compositional process works. Just saying, you know. Let's get some more steel. We can always use it. Yeah. No, stop. There. Get a little bit of iron. Why not? The sun going down? Can't tell. Maybe? Oh, look at those cherry trees. Hey, is that another one of those things? Let's go over there. I think it is. Are those near? The other one was near a village, so maybe this one's near a village too. Let's go see. Let's go see. Yeah, I like the Lion Song quite a bit. It's a very interesting game. Pretty much a point and click. Really nice art. Interesting, thought-provoking story. I always really like it when you have people who sort of do stories about the history of where they're from. Even like Dordogne and this game, they're just so interesting because you get a really, really cool perspective on different people and cultures. And you know, it's one of the reasons why I always say to people, as someone who traveled when I was, you know, relatively young, just travel. Don't wait till you retire. Travel. It changes your perspective on life. I 100% guarantee it. Oh yeah, there's look, there's a little thing there too. Huh. I really guarantee that it will completely change your perspective on what the sklurp is that? What are those? That's creepy as heck. Look at that. Whoa. What is this thing? Oh my gosh. What is this thing? What is that? What are those? I'm so confused. What is going on? I don't see a door to this. Well, I think we'll plant our bed here, go to sleep, and figure out what this is in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this playthrough of my 4th anniversary special. Going through peaceful Stardew Valley, going through peaceful Minecraft, talking about every single game I played. I think the next video is going to be the final one. We don't have a whole lot of games left. We'll talk about those. Super fun. I'm having so much fun. I'm probably gonna keep this world going every once in a while. I want to sort of go through the bog standard Minecraft first, but I do not mind checking this out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.